do to stop what Putin is doing in Ukraine.
Former Deputy CIA Director Michael Morrell says there are few options left but to stop the spread of the invasion, which could pull in other nations.
I think the objective now of the West and the United States is to impose such pain and such cost on Putin. Do this elsewhere, most importantly in the Baltics.
They are NATO countries. Morrell believes Putin sees the West as weak right now because it has so far failed to sanction much of Russia's energy sector.
The Kremlin says Russia is ready to send a delegation to Belarus for talks with Ukrainian officials. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata is in Kyiv.
In desperation, the government put out the call for men 18 to 60 to arm themselves for battle, banning them from fleeing the country. Plenty have stepped forward. This morning, they were handing out guns at a local sports facility. They don't want us revealing this location because they don't want it to be a target for the Russian military. But we have seen a stream of volunteers.
Ukraine's defense ministry now says 1,000 Russian service members have been killed in the invasion so far. Pope Francis went to the Russian embassy today to the Holy See to express his concern to Moscow's ambassador in person. And we have breaking news here in the U.S. Our Nancy Cortez confirms President Biden will nominate Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court. She will, if confirmed, replace the retiring Justice Stephen Breyer. Johnson & Johnson and 3 major distributors have approved the largest U.S. opioid settlement ever. CBS's Jim Krasula.
It clears the way for nearly every state and many local governments to get their share of the $26 billion agreement. The money will be distributed over 18 years, and most of it must be used to fight the opioid crisis.
In the suburbs north of New York City, snow plows clearing iced-over roads as a huge storm moves from the central U.S. into the northeast. Weather Channel meteorologist Stephanie Abrams.
We've had reports of snow in Boston, sleet in Rhode Island, and freezing rain into New York City. And right now, the radar is showing us that we are also seeing that freezing rain right here into central Pennsylvania.
This is CBS News.
Hello, this is Elder Law Attorney Carol Thomas. Our Bay City seminars are coming up, and they're going to be on Wednesday, March 16th at the Doubletree Hotel. I have sessions at 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and they always fill to capacity. I have been doing seminars for years, and I'm thrilled that they're so well attended. So if you'd like to come to one of my seminars, I would appreciate if you would call soon because they always fill up. Please call 793-2300. My seminars help people understand what do they need to know if a loved one would ever need nursing home care. Michigan now puts a lien on your home if you have been in a nursing home and your home goes through probate. At my seminars, I talk about wills and trusts, financial powers of attorney. I talk about how everything fits together so that you are prepared. I have sessions at 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock on Wednesday, March 16th at the Doubletree Hotel in Bay City. Please call 989-793-2300 and reserve your spot today.
It could be the best years of your life. In retirement, you'll finally get to do what you want to do, but you have to plan for it. Start by tuning into Mindy and Nolan McIntosh of McIntosh & Associates every Sunday at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Make retirement the best time of your life. Tune in Sundays at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Annette Glenn pledged she'd fight to cut car insurance costs. She pushed legislation giving drivers
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom. This is WSGW News. It's 19 degrees at 9:05. Good morning, I'm Dave Howard. Husband and wife from Bad Axe were killed.
Crash with a semi-tractor trailer yesterday afternoon. 56-year-old Rodney Coughlin was driving a 1993 Buick north on Kirk Road around 4:20 p.m. and stopped at the M46 intersection in Juniata Township. Police say Coughlin then proceeded through the intersection into the path of the eastbound semi, which struck the car. Coughlin and his wife, 48-year-old Jeannie Coughlin, were killed in the crash. The semi-driver, a 34-year-old Marlette man, was not injured. A bad traffic accident occurred this morning also on M81, 2 miles east of Watrasville. A tractor trailer hit a pickup truck. Traffic was moving slow in that area this morning. More details on that later. Bishop Robert Gruss of the Saginaw Catholic Diocese is calling upon all people of goodwill throughout the diocese to answer Pope Francis's call for prayer and fasting on Ash Wednesday, March 2nd, to end the war in Ukraine. He says he was shocked by the premeditated invasion of Ukraine and deeply saddened by the lives lost and the sufferings of the Ukrainian people. He would like to see the power of prayers, joined with the prayers of people from around the world, change the hearts of those waging the war and restore peace and a free and independent Ukrainian state. At the conclusion of his general audience, February 23rd, Pope Francis called on believers and non-believers to combat the diabolical insistence, the diabolical senselessness of violence with prayer and fasting. Russia's invasion of Ukraine comes at a particularly bad time for the auto industry. Details from MNN's Jeff Gilbert.
Inventories are tight, computer chips are still tough to come by, and car makers aren't out of the woods yet when it comes to possible COVID disruptions. Alex Partners Managing Director Dan Hirsch says the industry doesn't need one more disruption.
We're in such a delicate situation with parts availability generally that every blip will be amplified. We'll feel it more strongly and we'll feel it longer.
Analysts say new issues could range from higher prices for commodities to a dip in consumer confidence, which could impact sales.
WSGW News Time, 9:07.
Members First Credit Union is here to help you consolidate debt and get rid of your financial stress. Save money by refinancing high-interest loans or credit cards you have elsewhere with Members First. Pay them off with funds from a Members First Credit Union personal loan or turn multiple due dates and payments into just one personal loan by consolidating your debt. Stop by one of the 11 Members First Credit Union branches or visit mfcu.net for details. Some restrictions may apply. Loan subject to credit approval. Federally insured by the NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
WSGW News Time, now 9:08. University HQ, a leading online resource helping students navigate through the higher education process, has ranked Delta College number 2 for the best associate's degree in Michigan. Delta offers a wide variety of programs, including for careers in accounting, dental hygienist, mechanical engineering, medical sonographer, respiratory therapist, cybersecurity, computer network technician, registered nurse, and business management, and more. This sets up many of its students to receive work locally. To find out more about University HQ's rankings, visit universityhq.org. Shelter House in Midland is holding a fundraiser this spring to help not only survivors of domestic or sexual assault, but to also infuse economic empowerment into the community. Shelter House Midland Restaurant Week will take place from April 25th through May 7th. The objectives of the fundraiser are to empower survivors by raising critical funds for crucial services to them in their time of crisis, transforming Shelter House's annual fundraising event into one that invites community members to enjoy meals and drinks at local restaurants, cafes, and bars, and encourage healthy conversations throughout the community over shared meals. For more information, visit MidlandRestaurantWeek.com or visit the event's Facebook and Instagram pages. If you or anyone you know is experiencing domestic violence or has experienced sexual assault, call 877-216-6383. They finished up the new congressional and legislative maps for Michigan. So now it's time for a raise. MNN's Jim Matthews reports.
The members of Michigan's Redistricting Commission voted to give themselves a 7% pay raise 2 months after finalizing the new maps. The 13-member panel continues to hold meetings, although much less frequently at this point, while their lawyers defend against lawsuits challenging the plans. The commissioners voted last year to be paid just over $55,000 a year, and on an 8-3 vote on Thursday, they approved a roughly $3,900 increase to nearly $60,000 a year, describing it as a cost of living adjustment to account for high inflation. Critics say that's outrageous. They also voted to add $500,000 to the contracts with their lawyers, making for a $1.2 million shortfall in their budget. Jim Matthews, Michigan News Network.
Retail sales dropped in Michigan last month after a robust December. The Michigan Retailers Association says their January retail index survey came in at 58.3, a drop from December's 77.7. 31% reported a sales increase over December, but 46% had a decrease and 23% reported no change. President and CEO William Hallen says following a record holiday season, it's not abnormal to see a dip in sales. When you see news happening, call the WSGW newsroom at 752-0790. It's 9:10. I'm Dave Maurer.
Here's your WSGW Weatherology Forecast. Lots of clouds today with areas of snow showers. High near 25 breezy winds. Tonight, cloudy, low near 12. High at 31 on Saturday, occasional sun. Saturday night, mainly clear, low 26. High at 32 on Sunday, occasional sun, breezy winds. Sunday night, mainly clear, low of 9 above. High at 30 on Monday, mainly sunny. Monday night, a few clouds move in as we cool to a low near 22. High at 36 on Tuesday, lots of clouds. Tuesday night, cloudy, low near 19. High at 32 on Wednesday, occasional sun. I'm Laura Lockwood with the WSGW Weatherology Forecast. Right now, 19.
Now, the only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com.
Do you check your Google search results regularly? You should. People often get their first impression of you or your business online. Negative comments on the internet can impact your life and your livelihood. Take control of your online reputation. Get your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com. It may reveal negative posts from an ex-employee, upset patient or client, news article, legal issue, or even exposed personal information right there in your Google search results. Uncover what's lurking on the internet about you with reputationdefender.com's patented scan and get your free reputation report card. Or for immediate assistance with your reputation, call 800-401-6681. Our cutting-edge technology helps make your Google search results look their best. Call 800-401-6681. That's 800-401-6681. 800-401-6681. Or take the free scan at reputationdefender.com.
Elise and Carl needed a small business loan fast to order more equipment for their bakery. Elise suggested OnDeck.com, but instead, Carl called
Lone Falcon!
Wait, no. Look out!
Bad Falcon, heal! Lone Falcon, why?
There's a better way to get a fast small business loan. OnDeck, the online lender that makes it easy to apply in minutes and, if approved, get your loan as soon as the same day. With lines of credit up to $100,000 and term loans up to $250,000, OnDeck lets you choose the loan that's right for your business. As America's largest online small business lender, OnDeck has funded over $14 billion to businesses like yours, so you can borrow with confidence and get your loan fast. Go to OnDeck.com. Your loan is on deck. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by OnDeck or Celtic Bank, a Utah Chartered Industrial Bank member FDIC. Limited eligibility for same-day funding. OnDeck does not lend in every state. All loans subject to lender approval.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
A key inflation gauge was released this morning. It shows the Personal Consumption Expenditures Index jumped 5.2% year over year for its biggest gain since 1983. Core consumer prices, as measured by the index, were expected to rise 0.5% in January and 5.1% over the past 12 months, including food and energy prices. The headline PCE was up 6.1%, the strongest gain since February 1982. Drug maker Johnson & Johnson and three major distributors have finalized nationwide settlements over their role in the opioid addiction crisis. This clears the way for $26 billion to flow to nearly every state and local government in the U.S. Taken together, the settlements are the largest to date among the many opioid-related cases across the country. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu.
Inflation just broke a nearly 40-year record thanks to Biden's out-of-control spending, and every second you are losing more of your hard-earned savings. But you can fight back. With a gold IRA from Birch Gold, you can protect your retirement from this outright theft. Hi, this is Stephen K. Bannon, and I'm one of the Birch Gold's many happy customers. To learn how to set up your own gold IRA, text the word SHELTER to 989898. Do it now, today. Text SHELTER to 989898.
Annette Glenn shares the values of families in mid-Michigan. American Conservative Union ranked Annette's voting record 6th most conservative in the state house. We need Annette fighting for families in the state senate. Paid for by Annette Glenn for state senate.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The WSGW Morning Team Show.
The WSW online poll, Girl Scout cookies. The season is recognized nationally from January through April. Did you know that each Girl Scout Council contracts with one of 2 licensed bakers whose recipes and ingredients could slightly differ? That's why some cookies look the same but have 2 different names. This year, officially mine. Our poll question, what is your favorite Girl Scout cookie? If you go into our poll, you'll see all the answers. The answers do include Adventurefuls, caramel chocolate chip, lemonades, lemon ups, peanut butter patties, peanut butter sandwiches, Samoas, shortbread, s'mores, Thin Mints, Toastier, and Toffee-tastic.
Well done.
Right. Well, thank you. Head online to WSW.com, scroll down the homepage, find the online poll box, and you can vote for your favorite Girl Scout cookie flavor that way. So now you know what we're all hungry for right now.
Yes, right. Very.
I will buy a box or 2.
The Morning Team Show, weekdays 5:30 to 9 on WSGW.
On the next Markley Van Camp and Robin show,
I guess we'll try to make sense of it all. That is a very, very difficult job.
we will have fun.
Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins, weekdays at noon on 100.5 and 790. News Radio WSGW.
Good morning. We have our trust. Okay, we have our trust through Carol's office. And does this protect our inheritors from paying taxes like death, probate, inheritance, and all that? Our trust through you, does it protect our inheritors from paying death, probate, and inheritance taxes? Thank you very much.
Good morning. I have a question. I just had a new will done up, and my thing is, do I need to just keep my will, or should I go into a trust? No. Just my house. Mm-hmm. Right. And then would you put the house in that ladybird or no? Okay. So when you put stuff in the trust, you buy your stocks in there too?
No, actually, I don't. That's a great question, Karen. How we have
Okay. Sounds very good. Okay, Carol. Thank you very much. Thanks.
their children. But that actually you're getting out of my area. If somebody has, 20, $30 million, I wouldn't even want to see them because
Really?
yes.
Hey, good morning, Art. Good to be with you this morning. Well, it's a terrible situation when Vladimir Putin is attacking Ukraine and oppressing free people who live there and is trying to take their country from them. And as an American people, we need to stand behind the message that we are not going to allow this to happen. And so we want to fund lethal aid to Ukraine. We want to make sure they have humanitarian aid and allow them to defend a free nation that we have a brutal dictator trying to take it over. Well, it's a good start, but it doesn't do enough. It doesn't go far enough. We need, leaders from around the world to work together to give him the pain of sanctions that will really affect his economy. I've also co-sponsored the Never Yielding Europe's Territory Act, which has just been introduced. It would implement strong sanctions, deny exports of semiconductor technology. We want to keep those chips here for our manufacturing and not allow them to continue to build their military-industrial complex. I hope so. I know Congress is working on this. I hope the Biden administration will continue to move forward on this. It's starting, but they need to be stronger, and we need to move quickly to help him really rethink what he's doing. I mean, what he's doing is the worst thing that's happened since 1941 in Ukraine when the Nazis were bombing Ukraine, and just it's a terrible situation. Well, it is. And, obviously energy policy, energy independence is really important. And I hope that our president will focus on that for the United States, because we've really stepped back under this administration. I think it's important that we're applying sanctions on the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, because that was simply going to fuel Russians' aggression, and countries like Germany very dependent on that. And so we need to send a strong message that, we're not going to tolerate this kind of behavior, and use every possible means to apply leverage when it comes to shutting off Russia's access to, different markets and our exports there as well. All right. Thank you very much, Art.
What's the most important part of a retirement plan?
Income is king, because we only need income. And if you don't have an income plan, you don't have a retirement plan.
That's Kevin Ray, financial coach at Insight Folios. Kevin tells his listeners every week about the importance of income planning, minimizing taxes, and strategies to lead a worry-free retirement. Learn all about that and get your own complimentary financial review by calling 888-885-PLAN. That's 888-885-7526.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251.
$5 or more. Explore what's new at Staples, the working and learning store. Ends 2/26. Visit staples.com/signage for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Here's NFL legend Terry Bradshaw.
This is it. Your last chance to win big money from Publishers Clearinghouse.
There is just 1 day left to enter to win $5,000 a week forever on February 28th.
Yep, you got to enter PCH.com before it's too late.
Win and you get $5,000 a week for your life. Then after that, someone you choose gets $5,000 a week for their life.
Real people really win. There's only 1 day left to get in it to win it. $5,000 a week forever. Last chance. Enter now at PCH.com.
Entries due 2/26. No purchase necessary. Void or prohibited.
With this week's Spirit in 60, I'm Joey Bottano. Well, the Saginaw Spirit return home for a blast of a weekend on Friday and Saturday night. It's Ice Blast Weekend presented by Positive Results Downtown. Starting Friday night when the Spirit take on the Erie Otters at 7:05. Randy Badur and Cody Lawrence will provide live music in the Red Room, as well as Mascot Mania and a free kids zone for kids at 5:30 inside the Red Room. On Saturday night, the annual Chili Cook-Off takes place from 5:30 to 7 o'clock, where the Witch Doctors will also be playing in the Red Room as well. Midland Brewing Company will be hosting a beer sampling in the Red Room. Midland Brewing Company will be hosting a beer sampling in the Budweiser Red Room from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. The puck drop for the Saginaw Spirit against the Erie Otters takes place at 7:05 on both Friday and Saturday night. For tickets, log on to SaginawSpirit.com. With this week's Spirit in 60, I'm Joey Bottano.
What's all the buzz about nasal irrigation and navage? Here's the science. Airborne germs invade through your nose. When your nose gets clogged, it's less effective and germs multiply. Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Navage pulls out the bad stuff so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. At Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, Bed Bath, and Walmart, or go to Navage.com for a free gift with purchase. Navage, Navage.
The WSGW Broadcasting Studios are sponsored by the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design Center in Midland.
Good morning. Yes, I heard the Ladybird deed mentioned. I'm 100% disabled veteran, and I do have a Ladybird deed. The only asset I have is my house, and I have that signed over to my son. Now, you mentioned that it wouldn't take effect if I went into a nursing home. They could still take the house. Me being 100% disabled and being paid for, does that come into play?
100% disabled as a veteran?
Yes.
Then you're going to be a nice exception, because as a 100% disabled veteran, which again, thank you very, very much for your service.
Absolutely.
You are able to, there's several nursing homes in the area that the VA, federal government, will pay for your nursing home care. So you don't have to worry about it at all, because you won't be getting on Medicaid. Majority of my clients on Medicaid, and the state pays for their bill, but you have the federal government paying your bill, so you don't have to worry about that.
And we're pleased to do that as taxpayers.
Oh, I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
Art. Totally.
Well, okay, I wanted to make sure, because I set up something else. As long as that's the case, I should be all right with that then.
What branch did you serve in?
Marine Corps.
Well, thank you for your service.
Yeah,
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi. Hoorah!
There you go. Yeah. Well, it takes all of us. It takes all of us. At home and abroad.
You bet.
Thanks a lot
You
so
bet.
much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye now. And we have our microphones fixed. It helps if you turn the knob the right way. So, what can I tell you? I've only been doing this 58 years. It takes a while to learn.
So you started when you were 1, right?
That was it. Yeah, right.
You
Uh-huh.
were 59.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's funny. We talk about advancements in your law and your practice, and we talk about advancements in technology. When I got in the business to do a remote, we used to have to run cables all over the place outside to a van and everything else, And then we had transmitters that transmit to the van. Now I'm sitting here in your office with 3 computers and a remote access unit in front of me. It's all beyond me.
Way beyond me.
Way beyond us. Yes, indeed. Anyway, 989-752-6111 to chat with elder law attorney Carol Thomas. And Carol, of course, has seminars coming up. But let's talk again about Bay Cities, because that's the nearest one.
Yes, that's going to be on Wednesday, March 16th at the Doubletree Inn. And if you're really would like to come, it's unusual I can say it sitting here, Art, but you can call my office right now.
That's right, because normally it's on a Saturday. You can't call.
You can't call. So I have 15 ladies waiting for your phone calls, but you could call 793-2300 and reserve a spot.
Yeah, by the way, those 15 ladies are doing other things, folks. They're not just
they
sitting
are.
around waiting
Yeah.
for But you're more than welcome to interrupt whatever they're doing and give them a call.
Absolutely.
989-793-2300. That is the same number you would call if you would like a consultation with elder law attorney Carol Thomas. So let's talk about that for a moment. Carol, someone calls up and they say, I think I'm going to need a trust. What do they need to bring with them the first time? And is there a charge for the first consultation?
If someone does not have a trust, there is no charge, and they can come in, and typically they speak with either my daughter-in-law, Darren, who's also an elder law attorney, or myself. Typically it's me. Darren has very few hours. She has 2 small children that she's helping raise, the best grandchildren in the whole wide world, Art. But anyway, so they would see me. We actually will send a list of what they need to bring deed to the
okay.
house,
Yeah.
names of children, addresses. So we'll give them information on what they need to bring. If someone really just wants to come and meet me and they're not sure, they don't have to bring anything. And that's not uncommon these days. People want to come and kind of talk with me, and
Right.
then they'll decide whether they want to go forward or not. But then there's another type of appointment. If someone has a trust, well, if their trust was done by this office within the last 25 years, they're all set. They have everything they need. But there are a lot of people that, especially when they've come to my seminars and they realize what they need done, if they have a trust done by another attorney, my son Jim, that's a lawyer here, he reviews other attorneys' documents, and he can change them or do it as ever necessary to turn them into elder law so people have the nursing home protection.
And he's one of the few certified in the states, isn't he?
Yep, there are only 18 in the state.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a pause, then come back. When we come back, we'll get Chris in Saginaw on the line, and that will be after these notes.
We've all seen how unpredictable life can be, but here's one thing you can count on. The Covenant Center for the Heart is here for you. More people in the Great Lakes Bay region trust their hearts to Covenant Healthcare than any other area hospital. Why? Because we have the most comprehensive cardiac care in the region. From diagnosis in our Don't delay care. Life and hearts can be unpredictable. Trust yours to Covenant Healthcare, the leader for extraordinary care.
This is important news. If you have unfiled tax returns, the IRS is shifting gears and ramping up investigations on non-filers this year. If you failed to file your tax returns for a year or more, or you owe back taxes, now's the time to call Optima Tax Relief before the IRS finds you. Optima is America's #1 most trusted tax resolution firm, specialize in helping individuals, families, and businesses get right with the IRS. They're experts in the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, a powerful new program that can make resolving tax issues easier. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, Optima's award-winning team has helped thousands of people protect their paychecks, bank accounts, homes, and businesses by putting their tax problems to rest, resolving over $1 billion in tax debts for their clients. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-364-9188. 800-364-9188. 800-364-9188.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Now, an important message from Exergen. A critical new FDA study proves that the widely used non-contact thermometers are not accurate and have high probabilities for false negative readings. New COVID strands are on the rise, and non-contact manufacturers are being irresponsible at a time when accuracy matters most. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. Don't wait. Switch to Exergen because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
The WSGW Morning Team Show.
I now bring into the studio the possession of what I achieved in the very last game of the season. Yes,
You scored.
I scored a goal.
All right.
Hey. I'd like to tell you it was a spectacular goal. So I'm crashing the net because the puck's over in the corner. Lo and behold, our man shoots from the corner and it somehow squirts through the goaltender. And there I am, all alone, and the puck is sitting 2 inches from the goal line. And I'm about to just poke it in the goal. And then I don't know what happened after that. Suddenly I'm on the ice, I'm upside down, and someone's on top of me. People was like, "Okay, yeah, I'm okay." And I kind of skidded away. And it's like, "We scored? Yeah, who got the goal? Charlie, was it you? I don't know." I got back to the bench before I realized, that we did actually score the goal, and it was given to me. And I think that's because I was the last person closest to the puck.
Dave, I believe that should be encased, and we have to display it somewhere. I think prominently in the building. Yeah, maybe. Let's put it on eBay in 10 years, Charlie.
Oh, imagine what it'll be worth. Priceless.
The Morning Team Show. Weekdays 5:30 to 9 on WSGW. The Saginaw Spirit play here.
One-timer rebound scores! Josh Bloom let a one-timer go from the right circle.
It's Saginaw Spirit hockey. This Friday and Saturday night, the Spirit take on the Erie Otters at the coverage for both Friday and Saturday night's games beginning at 6:50 p.m. on 100.5 FM News Radio WSGW. The Ice Blast is also happening this weekend. For additional ticket information, visit SaginawSpirit.com.
Saginaw Spirit hockey is on WSGW.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW, and I believe Chris is in Saginaw, if I'm not mistaken. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
Morning, Chris.
I want you to know that I had the privilege of dealing with Carol Thomas's group for a trust about 8 years ago. And my question, though, is it's been a long time. Should I come in and just kind of go over it? Because I forgot a lot of stuff, you know what I mean?
Well, thank you very much for doing your trust with our office. You really don't need to come in. Everything is fine. Everything's in order in case you'd ever need nursing home care. But what you might want to do, I have a lot of people that every 5 years they come to one of my seminars just so they can hear what I'm able to do for people, because your documents are perfect. You're all set up. But if you just want to, again, hear what we are able to do, you might want to do that.
And then you can
The other
always...
thing is that
Go ahead.
The other thing is that I have, obviously my son is the person for the trust, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And I also had, I think, a backup like my younger brother, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he's deceased now. So those types of things, I just kind of wanted to go over real quick, you know.
Absolutely.
You people are fantastic. You know, I went in there and I'm talking about 10 minutes, you know.
No, that's fine. And that's a little bit different if you want to make a change or an addition, something like that. I thought you just wanted to kind of go over what the documents can accomplish.
So he should call and make
definitely
an
call, make an appointment that you want to make a change.
There
Absolutely,
you go, Chris. Good man.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
I appreciate it.
Let me get, let's see, Henry in Midland. Henry, good morning.
Yes, good morning, folks. Ask Carol, do I have to take my entire trust book with me to every credit union, every bank that I go to so that they can go through, peruse the whole book?
Did I do your trust?
Yes.
Okay, absolutely not. Because the only thing that we recommend going into the trust is the real estate. We would have taken care of your deed. We don't want any financials in your trust, because it can really mess up things down the road, and that's really going to alarm people, Art, because
how are you protecting my money?
Yeah, exactly. And lawyers that don't do nursing home protection, they always say, oh, you've got to title your money in the trust. So Henry, no, I would prefer that you not take your trust to credit unions or banks. And if you want to talk about it more, please feel free, to call my office and talk to one of my assistants, and they'll be able to explain better how this all works. But no, please don't do that.
All right.
But let me add one thing.
Okay.
Every account you have should have beneficiaries on it. That's extremely important.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Last call, Robert in Saginaw County. Robert, you're on with Carol. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I have a question, Carol, regarding the 70% that you said is protected at the end of a trust after the second.
Correct.
If
60%.
Yeah, 60 to
60 to
70%.
70%. Yeah.
If a single person, yes.
Is this the tax of the federal and state?
No, it has nothing to do with tax. In a nutshell, how we're able to protect money for a married couple is we get things transferred to the spouse, not in the nursing home. That's how we can save 100%. When we have a single person, there isn't a spouse, so we can't transfer it to someone it's totally exempt. That's where we have really quite an interesting formula we use that we're able to save the 60 to 70.
And I'm going to have to interrupt because we're out of time. But we will
Well,
do it
thank you very
again.
much.
Thanks a lot, Robert. Take care. Carol, again, Bay City.
March 16th.
Okay, they'll hear it here in just a moment.
Okay, very good.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
very
having
much.
us in your office today.
Love it. We'll have you back soon, I hope.
Yeah, and if you have time next hour, maybe around 45, you can pop in.
Okay, I will
All
try
right.
to do that. I have a client, but maybe.
All right.
Okay.
And we will be back.
Very good.
Hello, this is elder law attorney Carol Thomas. Our Bay City seminars are coming up, and they're going to be on Wednesday, March 16th at the Doubletree Hotel. I have sessions at 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and they always fill to capacity. I have been doing seminars for years, and I'm thrilled that they're so well attended. So if you'd like to come to one of my seminars, I would appreciate if you would call soon because they always fill up. please call 793-2300. My seminars help people understand what do they need to know if a loved one would ever need nursing home care. Michigan now puts a lien on your home if you have been in a nursing home and your home goes through probate. At my seminars, I talk about wills and trusts, financial powers of attorney. I talk about how everything fits together so that you are prepared. I have sessions at 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock on Wednesday, March 16th at the DoubleTree Hotel in Bay City. Please call 989-793-2300 and reserve your spot today.
Business trip coming up soon? Finally, taking that much-needed vacation. MBS International Airport is your premier airport for personal and business travel. With services through Delta and United Airlines, you will feel upgraded as soon as you walk through the door. Book your flight today at mbsairport.org and let us help you see the world.
Planning your home improvement projects for 2022? Reamer Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has been helping their Great Lakes Bay region clients for 64 years with large projects like remodeling a kitchen or bathroom, replacing a furnace or boiler, and installing central air. Maybe your project is smaller, like a water heater or sump pump replacement, updating a kitchen faucet and garbage disposal. No project is too big or too small. Start by visiting the showroom where you will find products to fit your budget, design idea, and mechanical need. Reamer is proud to carry American-made products like Bradford white water heaters, American Standard heating and cooling equipment, Birch custom cabinets, and Cambria quartz. When you work with Reamer, you'll get expert knowledge and advice. Installation is completed by state licensed installers. So start your new year home improvement project with a visit to Reamer Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Call 989-792-8738 or visit reamerplumbing.com.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
Check out the WSGW Sports Broadcast page on WSGW.com. Want to know when and which WSGW station you can hear the Tigers, Red Wings, Michigan football and basketball, Saginaw Spirit hockey, and SVSU football? Click on the Sports Broadcast box on WSGW.com.
All right, just a few seconds left this hour. I want to talk to you about the Thalan Auto Group. You know, they have a lot of dealerships right there on North Euclid Avenue in Bay City. Audi, Volkswagen, Subaru, Mazda, Honda, Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. They sell a lot of new cars. They take in a lot of pre-owns. They inspect them. They put them out on their market, and you will find hundreds of vehicles to choose from right there on Euclid Avenue in Bay City. And many of them are certified from their various dealerships. You stop into the Thalan Auto Group in Bay City, spend the afternoon shopping hundreds of vehicles, or online, thinkthalan.com. And the news is next.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. President Biden has made his choice to become the first Black woman to serve on the Supreme Court. CBS News has learned he will nominate federal appeals court judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. Correspondent Nancy Cortez at the White House.
She is 51 years old. She is a former law clerk to the man who she will be replacing, Justice Stephen Breyer. She is also, crucially, a former public defender. I believe the first former public defender to be nominated to the U.S. Supreme Court.
CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
He's been thinking about this, we know, for quite some time, since the transition at least, about who he put on there, which is why when Ketanji Brown Jackson's name emerged, it was no surprise that she ultimately probably would be the pick.
In Ukraine, Day 2 of the invasion puts Russian troops in the capital of Kyiv and U.S. allies running out of options to stop the Kremlin from ousting Vladimir Zelensky. Correspondent Cami McCormick. Many Ukrainians spent the night in bomb shelters as explosions rocked the capital before dawn. The Ukrainian military said a group of Russian spies were on the outskirts and people should not leave subway stations where they're taking shelter. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Kyiv could well be under siege. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov virtually addressed separatist leaders in eastern Ukraine. Said Moscow was ready for talks if the Ukrainian military surrendered. A major soccer final is changing locations because of the invasion. Correspondent Elaine Cobb from Paris.
Europe's top soccer body, UEFA, has decided to move the Men's Champions League final from St. Petersburg to Paris. That as the organization condemned the ongoing Russian invasion of Ukraine. UEFA last night contacted French President Emmanuel Macron personally to see if the final could be switched.
Scheduled for May 28th, F1 has canceled the Russian Grand Prix scheduled for September. It's an icy drive in the Northeast. It's raining sleet near New York City and in Pottstown, Pennsylvania.
When I stepped out the door, even the grass was slippery. There was nowhere to walk that wasn't slippery.
I'm not trying to de-ice my car. It's taking forever.
Brutal cold blowing through the Dakotas and parts of Minnesota. Inflation still soaring. A key measure of consumer prices shot up more than 6% in January, the fastest pace since 1982. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
It simply underscores how difficult it is for consumers to absorb higher prices, whether it is at the gas pumps, at the grocery store, on car lots.
The Dow is up 154. This is CBS News.
Find your next great hire with Indeed. Our hiring platform makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Hello, this is elder law attorney Carol Thomas. Our Bay City seminars are coming up, and they're going to be on Wednesday, March 16th at the DoubleTree Hotel. I have sessions at 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and they always fill to capacity. I have been doing seminars for years, and I'm thrilled that they're so well attended. So if you'd like to come to one of my seminars, I would appreciate if you would call soon because they always fill up. Please call 793-2300. My seminars help people understand what do they need to know if a loved one would ever need nursing home care. Michigan now puts a lien on your home if you have been in a nursing home and your home goes through probate. At my seminars, I talk about wills and trusts, financial powers of attorney. I talk about how everything fits together so that you are prepared. I have sessions at 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock on Wednesday, March 16th at the DoubleTree Hotel in Bay City. Please call 989-793-2300 and reserve your spot today.
Whoever said the more the merrier sure wasn't in charge of hiring new employees, because the more unqualified candidates you have for a job, the more difficult your hiring can be. And that can make the process, well, not so merry for you. Thankfully, there's ZipRecruiter, which you can try right now for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology finds the right candidates for your job. But unlike other sites, ZipRecruiter goes deeper. ZipRecruiter matches people with people, and you can personally invite your top choices to apply, because the perfect hire is more than a list of qualifications. It's an individual. ZipRecruiter makes hiring the right person easy, and that'll keep you and everyone else very merry.
4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's right, free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom. This is WSGW News.
It's 19 degrees at 10:05. Good morning. I'm Ian Williams. State police are investigating a double fatal crash in Tuscola County around 4:20 p.m. yesterday. 56-year-old Rodney Coughlin of Bad Axe was driving north on Kirk Road with his wife, 48-year-old Jeannie Coughlin, in a 1993 Buick. They stopped at the M46 intersection in Juniata Township, then proceeded through the intersection. An eastbound semi-tractor trailer driven by a 34-year-old Marlette man struck the car, killing both occupants. The semi-driver wasn't hurt. State police were assisted by the Tuscola County Sheriff Department, MMR, and the Vassar Area Fire Department. Delta College is actively recruiting for 2 short-term job training programs, Chemical Process Operator Fast Start and the Warehouse and Logistics Fast Start programs. Average wages are $14 to $24 per hour, and completers of the training are guaranteed an interview by employees like Dow Chemical, Hemlock Semiconductor, and DuPont. Job placement rate for the programs exceeds 90%, and completers of the Chemical Process Operator Fast Start will also earn 23 academic credits toward their Chemical Process Technology degree at Delta. Training starts in March. Applications are available on the Delta College website. Expectant and new mothers will have an opportunity to continue their education thanks to a new scholarship available at Saginaw Valley State University and Delta College. The Protect Life student group at SVSU and the Catholic Community Foundation of Mid-Michigan have partnered together to provide the Hopeful Future Scholarship. The scholarship is for pregnant women and young mothers to help ease some of the financial burden for those students so they can remain in school. The endowment fund providing the scholarships has reached $40,000. Created last fall, it's the first of its kind in mid-Michigan. WSGW News Time is 10:07.
Whoever said the more the merrier sure wasn't in charge of hiring new employees, because the more unqualified candidates you have for a job, the more difficult your hiring can be. And that can make the process, well, not so merry for you. Thankfully, there's ZipRecruiter, which you can try right now for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology finds the right candidates for your job. But unlike other sites, ZipRecruiter goes deeper. ZipRecruiter matches people with people, and you can personally invite your top choices to apply, because the perfect hire is more than a list of qualifications. It's an individual. ZipRecruiter makes hiring the right person easy, and that'll keep you and everyone else very merry.
4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's right, free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
WSGW News Time is 10:08. The parents of the suspected Oxford High School shooter, Ethan Crumbley, will be going to trial on involuntary manslaughter charges. In this exchange during court proceedings Thursday, Cammie Black, a clerk who sold the gun used in the massacre to James Crumbley, was questioned by Assistant Prosecutor Mark Keast.
Is it your store's policy to turn over a trigger lock or a cable lock with every single handgun purchase?
Yes.
And was one given to James Robert Crumbley on November 26th?
Yes.
Okay.
Prosecutors contend the Crumbleys didn't adequately secure the gun. Defense attorneys claim the Crumbleys didn't know their son took the gun until after the shooting. 4 Oxford students were killed and 7 others wounded in the November 30th shooting. State lawmakers heard from a group of students Wednesday about their support for safe storage legislation that's under consideration. Jayanthi Gupta is a high school senior and a spokesperson for the group March for Our Lives Michigan. She says 50 members were there to voice their concerns about gun violence.
We are so young, and it shouldn't be our responsibility to do this. We shouldn't have to go as children, to the Capitol to advocate for something. So many of us missed school, missed college, missed classes, missed work to come out and do this.
The group is also calling for more mental health resources in schools. Governor Gretchen Whitmer's budget recommendation includes about $361 million to open 40 school-based health clinics and hire an additional 425 mental health professionals for schools. The Senate Committee on Judiciary and Public Safety has unanimously approved State Representative Timmy Beeson's plan to preserve and update the Michigan Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Monument. Beeson's legislation would keep the Michigan Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Monument up to date. The monument, dedicated in 2019 near the state capitol, commemorates the names of state and local law enforcement officers who died in the line of duty. However, state law does not currently provide for updating the monument with additional fallen officers' names. Beeson's plan would preserve the monument commission originally created to oversee design and construction and authorize it to maintain and upkeep the monument. The bill now proceeds to the entire Senate for consideration. When you see news happening, call the WSGW Newsroom, 752-0790. It's 1010. I'm Ann Williams.
Here's your WSGW Weatherology Forecast. For today, a lingering chance for some light snow showers, otherwise mostly cloudy skies. We'll have high temperatures climbing up into the mid-20s. We'll have our winds out of the north at 10 to 15. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy skies, a low at 13. Gradually decreasing cloud cover into your Saturday, making a return to the lower 30s for afternoon highs. Winds increasing out of the southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. For your Sunday, working up to a high of 31 under partly sunny conditions. Lots of sun Monday, right around 30. I'm meteorologist Michael Carroll with the WSGW Weatherology Forecast. Currently 20 degrees.
Now, the only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com.
Well, good morning to you and welcome. Welcome back to hour number 2 of the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW. Most of the hour, we're going to have open phones right through 11:30, but we're going to start the hour talking to the managing partner of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Club. Its president and managing partner is Craig Goslin. Craig, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
Glad to have you with us. It's a busy weekend for the team, and let's talk about what's happening in downtown Saginaw.
Well, we got action this weekend with we're partnering with Pride in Saginaw for the Ice Blast weekend, and Jeannie Conger and Linda McGee and all their staff there that they work so hard with the Pride in Saginaw group. They've done such a great job with promoting downtown and riverfront Saginaw. I'm really honored for us to be part of that with them with this Ice Blast weekend. This is the 20th time we've done this, Art, as you know, and today, Friday night, we got 2 games. We got the game tonight. And the game tomorrow night. And today, all this stuff starts at 5:30. By the way, Housback Pickle and Peppers has a kids' night tonight. And with that, we have Randy Bordeaux and Cody Varsh playing music in the Red Room starting at 5:30. We have what we call a 90-minute power play, which is food and beverage specials in the Budweiser Red Room. And also tonight we have inflatables in there. Art that starts with it's all free kid zone. For the kids, activities from the Saginaw YMCA, from Camp Timbers, all that is there for families in the Red Room tonight. And then we got mascots. We got all kinds of mascots tonight at the Dow. We have Sam, of course, and Bert and Northwoods. And Woody is going to be there. Drumstick, Louie Loon will be there tonight, and Buffalo Bill from Buffalo Wild Wings, and SVS News Coop will be there, and Sparty will be there tonight as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we got mascots galore, and you can come out if nothing else. Come out and take your picture with all the mascots. It's going to be a fun night for families. And today too, the Jade Lamb Memorial Foundation. We're doing a donation event with them tonight, where you bring hats and mittens to donate, and with that, you'll receive a complimentary ticket for the Saginaw Spirit game on March 29th. So just all kinds of activity tonight at the game. And then tomorrow night, we have the Larry Daly and the Witch Doctors are there, and Larry's going to be auctioning off his guitar.
Oh, really?
And you know what they call it? You know why they call it the Witch Doctors, Art?
No, they're a bunch of doctors. Bunch of medical people.
Well, it's witch. It's called it's W. Of course, it's WHICH.
Yeah, which doctors are it?
And yeah. They don't know which doctors are going to show up to play in the band, so they because they're all so busy, right? They all got different schedules.
Yeah,
so
I know
schedule an event.
It's
which doctors are going to be there, so that's what they call them. Yeah. And we appreciate those guys. They're going to be there Saturday night playing in the Red Room, and then we have our famous chili cook-off. Which is this is the 16th year in a row we're doing the chili cook-off with a number of different restaurants, and that's brought to you by Roberts, Bushler, and Fisher CPAs in Saginaw. And so that's a great thing. And then we have the Midland Brewing Company. They're doing beer sampling, 2 and 3 ounce beer samples, and I guess these beers are beers that would match the chilies. And those are all complimentary in the Budweiser Red Room, starting at 5:30 on Saturday.
We should point out
again, the 90-minute power play.
We should point out all this is happening inside the building in the Red Room. There's no tent this year. They're still operating under COVID protocols and all that good stuff, but it's inside, nice warm spot for you.
Yeah, it is. It's a fun night to come on out. I think we've still got about for tonight. I think we got 1,000 tickets left. I think for tomorrow night we got about 800. So tickets are going fast. So if you want to come to the game, I suggest you get your tickets sooner than later. You can get tickets at the box office probably around night too. Probably some available, but I wouldn't hold back in terms of getting tickets lined up so you don't get shut out.
Well, they can stop into your new offices on State Street.
Yeah. 6321 State Street, the new Saginaw Spirit corporate offices and store here. And you can go online actually at SaginawSpirit.com. And actually for tomorrow's game, you can go to our group site and just go to SaginawSpirit.com and follow the group links. And if you do that, $5 of every ticket sold goes back to Pride in Saginaw. So we've got a fundraiser for Pride as well.
Excellent.
So we have so much going on tonight and tomorrow night at the Dow. It's just it's great to be able to gather again with all these COVID protocols and the like that we've all had to face, not just in sport but in business and school and everywhere else. And it looks like things are loosening up here, and certainly fans are. We do expect almost solid crowds for tonight and tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So it's
all
going
right.
to be a fun time down there.
So let's take off your Saginaw Spirit hat for a minute and put on your OHL hat, because Craig is also chairman of the Board of Governors of the Ontario Hockey League. This has been a very, very unusual year, but at least it's been a year.
Yeah, I mean, last year, of course, as you know, we didn't play last year, and Saginaw had the painful thing for our fans is that we were the number one rated team in the CHL last year, and that team graduated out, and then we started over with a bunch of really talented young kids, and they're getting a lot of ice time, and they're doing a great job, and they're going to do nothing but get better. But yeah, the league itself, of course, in Ontario, we only have 50% capacity for all the games tonight. And then March 1st, that capacity goes to 100%, and we're really looking forward to that for our Ontario partners. But the league is strong, and the ownership groups in our league have really done a tremendous job staying together through some very difficult, trying times. And it's all systems are go. And we did push back the season a bit to get all the games in because there's so many games postponed. So our season ends, regular season ends up April the 17th, and we're still trying to make the playoffs. We're 7 points out of the playoff spot, I believe, right now. So we go on a bit of a run here, and this team could make the playoffs. But our regular season ends April the 17th, and then of course they're going to be doing playoffs all the way through to the end of June this year. With the Memorial Cup is this year in St. John, New Brunswick. So the league is doing well.
And do you think, Craig, that at this point in time we've seen the end of the cancellations and reschedules?
I would say we're close. One of the things that we have here is we call it the magic ticket. Where right now for example, we've only got 4 players on the Saginaw Spirit team that have not had COVID. So they get 180 days at the border. They don't need a test to get into Canada right now because they can show their positive COVID test as long as it's 14 days past that test. So that's a good thing. And most teams in our league have got the same number where they've only got 4 or 5 kids left that haven't had COVID. Right? So So to your question, I would say that we're probably still going to have 1 or 2 still postponed because of COVID, but we're getting to the point now where most of these games are going to be played. And what we've done is as a league, we've given ourselves the time and the space to be able to play these games into April 17th. So if we do have that happen, we've got a spot where we can put that game. And that was critical for us to be able to finish the regular season.
Now, because of the season changes, has the draft been changed at all?
No, the draft is still the same. It's we're coming up there, and the NHL draft, of course, is the end of June, and that's where we had to figure the Memorial Cup. We couldn't put the Memorial Cup back any further than we did, which is that last week of June. And the draft follows it there, and our OHL draft's the first week of April. So we've kept it all the same. Our scouts are all busy doing their job. Dave Drinkle, Brian Prout, and their staff out there watching players right now and throughout Ontario, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, Wisconsin, as well as out west and Europe. So they're combing the ranks to find top players to bring here to Saginaw.
People don't realize how much it takes to run one of these teams, do they?
It's a 365-day-a-year franchise, and it's our busiest time actually comes up when hockey stops because we're preparing for the following season, and it's when the game stopped, we were actually busier during that time than we are during the regular season because you really done all your planning. Everything else is all in place. All you do is just do follow through at that point. But yeah, but overall the league is doing well, and we're excited about the future.
All right, Craig, we will see you this evening at the Ice Blast and the game against Erie. The first two against Erie, home to home. They're home and home, both homes here. It's unusual. We've had a couple of that this year where we have the same team with us 2 days in a row, but it's kind of nice. Look forward to it.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, big weekend coming up with Dow. Come on out and join us, and you can get tickets at SagamonSpirit.com or come into the box office or Spirit store.
All righty. Craig, we'll talk to you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Art.
Take care.
Okay,
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Craig Goslin, President and Managing Partner of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Club. We're going to take a break. Also, at the end of this break, we will hear from Terry Henney, who's out in Carroll for the Farm Toy Show. And all of that is coming up. After that, by the way, we will have open lines, whatever you'd like to chat about, 989-752-6111. And we'll talk to you then.
Exergen would like you to know about an important study just released by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has known all along. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate. The study also reports that they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. We can't afford to tolerate the rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
On our first date, we had masks on and kept 6 feet apart. Now, we're a lot closer.
Just like Cliff and Deb, thousands of singles over 50 found their perfect match on Silver Singles last year.
I feel like I'm 20 years old again, and I'm pretty sure she feels the same way.
Rediscover the magic of dating with Silver Singles, the exclusive community for singles over 50. Sign up today and receive daily matches you won't want to miss at silversingles.com/radio. silversingles.com/radio.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Bitcoin is on the rise as cryptocurrencies try to rebound from Thursday's major sell-off, sparked by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, where people are paying a premium for Tether's USDT stablecoin.
I think it's to have their wealth in cryptocurrency. Ukraine is under martial law. There's been a crackdown on their ability to get cash. They don't trust the banking system right now. They don't trust the currency. And there's another case for this. We're seeing donations come in via Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies on crowd-funded sites to support the Ukrainian civilians, the Ukrainian military effort. It's raised almost $1 million in just a couple of hours.
That's Lauren Simonetti with the Fox Business Network. And a key inflation gauge hitting 6.1% in January. That's the highest since 1982. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
Inflation just broke a nearly 40-year record thanks to Biden's out-of-control spending, and every second you are losing more of your hard-earned savings. But you can fight back. With a gold IRA from Birch Gold, you can protect your retirement from this outright theft. Hi, this is Stephen K. Bannon, and I'm one of the Birch Gold's many happy customers. To learn how to set up your own gold IRA, text the word SHELTER to 989898. Do it now, today. Text SHELTER to 989898.
RocketGrabPlus.com. This week's deal on RocketGrabPlus.com is for the Players Lounge at the Bay Valley Resort. You're going to get a $20 gift certificate for only $10. The menu at the Players Lounge is amazing. You have to try their burgers because they are phenomenal. And they have fish fries on Fridays. And if you want something on the lighter side, they have plenty of salads to choose from too. Do yourself a favor and head to RocketGrabPlus.com right now to snag your deal. RocketGrabPlus.com.
Good snowy morning to each and every one of you. This is Terry Henney broadcasting from Carroll this morning. I'm at the Brentwood in Carroll, and we're going to be talking about toys, farm collectibles and toys. All of that during the Big Thumb Area Old Engine and Tractor Association's 18th Annual Farm Collectibles and Toy Show, which is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow beginning at 8:30 and going until 3 in the afternoon here at the Brentwood. Lots of literature for tractors and equipment. You can buy, sell, and swap farm collectibles and toys, farm toys, tools, antiques, new and used parts. This event Sponsored once again by the Thumb Area Old Engine and Tractor Association. There is an adult donation of $3. Children 12 and under are admitted free. If you'd like more information, all you have to do is go to carotractorshow.com. Our broadcast this morning brought to you by the folks who believe in old tractors because they have new parts for old tractors. Steiner Tractor Parts. For more on them, just go to steinertractor.com. Back with more in a little bit.
The WSGW Morning Team Show.
The WSGW online poll, Girl Scout cookies. The season is recognized nationally from January through April. Did you know that each Girl Scout Council contracts with one of 2 licensed bakers whose recipes and ingredients could slightly differ? That's why some cookies look the same but have 2 different names. This year, officially, 12 cookies are listed by the Girl Scouts online. Our poll question, what is your favorite Girl Scout cookie? If you go into our poll, you'll see all the answers. The answers do include Adventurefuls, caramel chocolate chip, lemonades, lemon ups, peanut butter patties, peanut butter sandwiches, Samoas, shortbread, s'mores, Thin Mints, Toastier, and Toffee-tastic. Well done. Right. Well, thank you. Head online to WSW.com, scroll down the homepage, find the online poll box, and you can vote for your favorite Girl Scout cookie flavor that way. So now you know what we're all hungry for right now.
Yes, right. Very.
I will buy a box or 2.
The Morning Team Show, weekdays 5:30 to 9 on WSGW.
All right, we're back with you as we broadcast today from the office of Carol Thomas. We'll tell you more about that as we go on throughout the hour. It will be open phones for the remainder of the morning, right through 11:30, as a matter of fact. 989-752-6111. It's the only number you need because most carriers, they don't charge you long distance roaming anymore. So the 866 number has gone away. No need to have it. 989-752-6111. The Russia-Ukraine story is the top of the news, was the top of the news, will be the top of the news, and I suspect for quite some time. My guess, and that's strictly what it is that one way or another, Vladimir Putin is going to depose President Zelensky in the Ukraine. And for all practical purposes, even though they still may have a form of government, probably won't be quite as democratic as it was. And to be quite honest, I don't see the world prepared to do what the world has to do in order to get Putin to pull back. Unless the world goes after his energy and shuts him down completely, he's going to continue unabated. That's his money. You can cut off his banks. You can do all of the stuff we've done so far. But you got to hit him in his heart. And the heart of Russia is energy. They are the number 3 oil producer and supplier in the world and the number 2 natural gas supplier in the world. And unless you can figure out how to shut them down, you're really not going to have substantial impact against them. And he knows it. Trump was right when he said that Putin is a savvy leader, savvy individual. He understands exactly his position and what power he has. And we are seeing that right now. Absolutely, completely unabated to the Ukraine. Now you have to ask yourself, his major worldwide partner is China. What is Xi thinking about Taiwan? Now, of course, China has always claimed Taiwan as theirs. Not so sure the rest of the world agrees with that, but is the rest of the world ready to take action to stop them? As Xi sits there in China and watches what's happening in Moscow and also tells Moscow that they will back them up and buy energy and do all of those things that need to be done, you think Xi is thinking, maybe this is the time we strike. They've already had flight incursions over Taiwan that have been turned back. I do not remember a more dangerous time in the world when there is no official world war going on. You can say what's happening in the Ukraine is a war. Many have. But you understand what I mean in world war. Multiple countries against multiple countries on the battlefields. And we don't have that right now. Could we, though? That's a big question. Could we indeed? If Russia continues with the Ukraine and then has maybe further plans down the road, if Xi eyes Taiwan and says now is the time, and then we have who was once famously described as Rocket Man, Kim Jong-il, the leader of North Korea, flexing his missile muscles. Where are we headed? And what do we do about it? What can we do about it? And are we doing enough right now? I think Congressman Molinar, who we talked to last hour, had it right when he said these sanctions are a start. A start. But until those sanctions hit at the heart of Russia's economy, which is energy, I really don't see them having stopping impact. Because Putin's put away trillions. He's got all kinds of money sitting on the sidelines because of energy. He's prepared for this day. Yeah, there's been a lot of discussion. Well, if Trump were in office, would this have happened? I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. Trump was totally, if nothing else, totally and completely unpredictable. He was viewed as a wild card, and he was. And to be honest, I think that's exactly the way he wanted it. There was a lot of discussion, did the world leaders like him? Didn't they like him? It really didn't make much difference. What really mattered is how our opponents viewed him. How did China view him? How did Russia view him? They viewed him as a wild card, not knowing what his response would be if they did something like this. As opposed to the current administration, which telegraphed what they were going to do before they did it. Putin knew exactly where he stood and what was going to happen. Huge difference in the way we've approached these situations. Anyway, lines open for you. Bob, hang on, and Reese will get to you right after these notes here on the Art Lewis Show.
Hi, I'm Ray from Begix in Bay City. Get a jump on spring this week at Begic Nursery and Garden Center. If a new patio is in your plans, come to Begix and learn from the professionals. See our selection of Berlin Gardens furniture, made in Ohio and exclusive to Begix. Berlin Garden furniture is made of the highest grade, maintenance-free poly lumber. Let us help you make your selection. Order now and have it in time for the start of your summer season. When you step into Begic's expanded outdoor living center, you'll know that sky's the limit for inspired living just outside your door. We can help from pergolas and pavilions, Weber grills and Blackstone griddles, to fountains and fire pits at Begic's. There's nothing better than enjoying a delicious meal outside with the ones you love, especially one prepared with a Weber grill from Begix. Get a jump on spring this week at Begix Nursery and Garden Center, where we have great Amish-made furniture and lots of colors and finished choices. We'll see you this week at Begix Nursery and Garden Center on M84, 1 mile east of I-75, west side Saginaw Road, Bay City.
Business trip coming up soon? Finally, taking that much-needed vacation. MBS International Airport is your premier airport for personal and business travel. With services through Delta and United Airlines, you will feel upgraded as soon as you walk through the door. Book your flight today at mbsairport.org and let us help you see the world.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251.
Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, I'm Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss the final days to save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus special financing on all smart beds. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Hi, this is Mike Avery, and here's what's coming up this week on Outdoor Magazine. First, Michigan-based Brenton Arms, then Brent Pike of the Michigan Wildlife Council. In hour number 2, the host of Michigan Outdoors TV, Jimmy Gretzinger, then Nick Green of MUCC with another update on the wolf hunt. And in hour number 3, we're talking springtime fishing with Pete Patsalis of Hook One Charters. Listen Saturday mornings at 6 and Sundays at 9 on WSGW.
Thank you for being with 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW in the premier kitchen and bath gallery showroom and design center studios.
All right, back with you. The phones are locked and loaded, so let's get to them. Bob is in Reese. Bob, good morning to you.
Yeah, I called you back in August, I think, when you said it was a debacle in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
I told you it was intentional.
And I said I didn't believe that. I think I said I didn't believe that, right?
Yeah.
And I still don't.
Right.
Still
if
don't.
a guy bought a new car in August and drove it recklessly and wrecked it, then he buys another one here in February and drives it crazy and wrecks that. Is that guy just got bad luck?
No, he's an incompetent driver.
Yeah, he's an idiot. But he's doing it on purpose.
Well, I don't agree with that, but I think I don't agree. Let's put it this way. I certainly don't agree with his style.
That's right. No, these things, when you wait till it's too late to do anything, that's a pattern, and that's done on purpose. We have to wake up.
Well,
and these people need to resign. They're incompetent or they're communists,
Well,
they're not on our
yeah,
side.
I understand
It's
that, but they're
obvious.
not going to resign. You can resign them at the polls. That's how it works in this country.
Yeah, right.
And that's what's
Well,
going to happen.
it'll be the-
I'm firmly convinced that the midterm elections are going to switch power in the Congress. 2 years later, you got a chance to do it in the White House. It's the way it works. It's the way it's always worked.
Honest election.
Well,
if we have an honest election.
So the honest election is what? You win. If you don't win, it can't be honest.
The
Is that
honest election is when you have voter ID, you have the ballot secured, you have the ballot,
absolutely, absolutely. What if we had that and you lost? What if we had that and you lost? What would you say?
Then we accept that. We
That
did under
there you
Obama.
go. Exactly right. So I agree. We need those things, and let's get out and vote. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Good enough, Bob.
Bye.
Thanks. Take care. Tom is in Bay City. Tom, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Art. How you doing?
We're doing well, thanks.
Good deal. Hey, listen, I don't know if you covered this, but what little faith I have in the media, I'm losing even more. For example, two points. It's always Trump. It always rounds back to him. They're saying that Trump supports Putin. That was totally taken out of context. I think you covered it a little bit.
Yep.
He likes to keep his friends close and enemies closer. But what really disturbs me is Laura Ingraham had Trump on the other night, and she mentioned something about an amphibious assault. He assumed she was talking about the United States. She clarified, said, no, I'm talking about Russia. It's all over the news that he doesn't know what he's talking about, and he thought we were attacking. I mean, my goodness, he's not in there. If the media would quit reporting about him, he wouldn't be in the news. I'm flabbergasted.
Well, let me correct you. Let me correct you there. Trump will always be in the news, and he wants to be in the news. Now, they may not say flattering things about him, but I'm not sure he cares about that. He just wants to keep his name out there. And I mean, if I were in his position, probably would do the same thing. He's trying to find a way to keep his name relevant.
No, and I can appreciate that. But for example, they wouldn't report on him at all if it wasn't good for ratings. And frankly, he's playing right into their hands. He's still relevant.
Well,
so those are two major.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Is he playing into their hands, or are they playing into his?
Well, that's what I meant. They're playing into his.
Exactly. Exactly right.
But a serious situation about Russia and two blatant lies. I have friends that are seething over this, and it's like, no, guys, you got to look at you have to read the transcript. If you don't believe me, don't take my word for it.
Yeah,
you're just getting a piece of not content.
He wasn't supporting Putin. He was describing Putin. Big difference. Big difference. All right.
Difference.
Good enough.
And that's a shame. Have a great day.
Tom, thanks. Appreciate it. And Paul in Saginaw, before we take a break here. Paul, good morning.
Morning, Art. Art, this morning the TV National News Desk reported that, and I didn't know this, that Ukraine provides IT services, that's information technology services, to 100 of the world's Fortune 500 companies. And right now, those services are currently under cyber attack. So that could really do some damage to the world's economy, don't you think?
Possibly.
If you can't operate your information technology
unless
services.
Those sites are protected, even if they're under cyber attack, you can have protections. We'll have to wait and see just how serious it is. But yeah, it's certainly, everyone knew that cyber attacks were coming. That's been well reported. The question is, how much damage are they going to do? And that's going to depend on how well protected these sites are.
Absolutely.
So let's hope they've done their homework.
They can break through these. Yeah, I heard they can break through these firewalls. They're pretty good at that. So hopefully they won't be able to, but you never know.
Never know. All right, Paul.
So
Got to run.
All righty.
Take
All
care.
right. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Al, hang on. We'll get to you. We're going to take a break. We'll also come back and chat with Carol Thomas about what's happening at the law offices of Carol Thomas. All of that is ahead here on WSGW.
Hello, this is Elder Law Attorney Carol Thomas. Our Bay City seminars are coming up, and they're going to be on Wednesday, March 16th at the Doubletree Hotel. I have sessions at 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and they always fill to capacity. I have been doing seminars for years, and I'm thrilled that they're so well attended. So if you'd like to come to one of my seminars, I would appreciate if you would call soon because they always fill up. Please call 793-2300. My seminars help people understand what do they need to know if a loved one would ever need nursing home care. Michigan now puts a lien on your home if you have been in a nursing home and your home goes through probate. At my seminars, I talk about wills and trusts, financial powers of attorney. I talk about how everything fits together so that you are prepared. I have sessions at 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock on Wednesday, March 16th at the Doubletree Hotel in Bay City. Please call 989-793-2300 and reserve your spot today.
Planning your home improvement projects for 2022? Reamer Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has been helping their Great Lakes Bay region clients for 64 years with large projects like remodeling a kitchen or bathroom, replacing a furnace or boiler, and installing central air. Maybe your project is smaller, like a water heater or sump pump replacement, updating a kitchen faucet and garbage disposal. No project is too big or too small. Start by visiting the showroom where you will find products to fit your budget, design idea, and mechanical need. Reamer is proud to carry American-made products like Bradford white water heaters, American Standard heating and cooling equipment, Birch custom cabinets, and Cambria quartz. When you work with Reamer, you'll get expert knowledge and advice. Installation is completed by state licensed installers. So start your new year home improvement project with a visit to Reamer Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Call 989-792-8738 or visit reamerplumbing.com.
Imagine this, winning big at Soaring Eagle with the $50,000 cash giveaway. Every Friday in February, you can win premium plate prizes and entries for the $50,000 grand prize on February 25th. On Saturdays, it's the Escalade giveaway with the grand prize of a Cadillac SUV on February 26th. Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort, your getaway reimagined. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com for complete rules and details.
Now an important message from Exergen. A critical new FDA study proves that the widely used non-contact thermometers are not accurate and have high probabilities for false negative readings. New COVID strands are on the rise, and non-contact manufacturers are being irresponsible at a time when accuracy matters most. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. Don't wait. Switch to Exergen because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Good morning, everyone. Terry Henney once again broadcasting from the Brentwood in Carroll. We're located on the south end of Carroll, just off of M81. When you come in on M81 from the Saginaw area, look for the Pizza Hut. And that corner, which is Fair Road, you turn and go on that. You'll go east, go to the right, and you'll come right into the Brentwood here in Carroll. Tomorrow, they're going to be holding the 8th Annual Farm Collectibles and Toy Show, being sponsored by the Thumb Area Old Engine and Tractor Association. Obviously, the show has been a little bit on the short side for the past couple of years due to a lot of restrictions, but this year they're wide open and they're ready to have a little bit of fun. Buy, sell, swap. That's what this event is all about. And you're going to be able to buy, sell, or swap farm toys, tools, antiques, new and used parts, literature for tractors and equipment, and more. Plus, you'll be able to just see some of the handiwork and the craft work that some of these exhibitors do during the off season. Now's the time. Mark it down. Tomorrow morning, 8:30 till 3 here at the Brentwood in Carroll. There is an admission of $3, a donation for adults, children 12 and under. For more information, just go to carrolltractorshow.com, or you can check out our sponsor, for our broadcast today, which is Steiner Tractor Parts, where they provide new parts for old tractors. For more on them, just go to steinertractor.com. More coming up next hour.
Trying to find when and where you can hear the Tigers, Red Wings, Michigan football and basketball, Saginaw Spirit hockey, and SVSU football on WSGW? Just click on the sports broadcast box on WSGW.com for complete game time listings. That's WSGW.com.
All right, we are back with you. Before we get back to our phones, elder law attorney Carol Thomas, that's where we're broadcasting today. Carol is with us. Seminars coming up, Carol?
Yes, my next one is Wednesday, March 16th. This is the one in Bay City at the DoubleTree. I have sessions at 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and people can call 793-2300 to make reservations.
They're free?
They're free.
And roughly how long does it take?
I talk for 45 minutes, and then we have questions and answers about 15 to 20 minutes. I think that's plenty long. I cover a lot, and people really seem to enjoy them.
And at the DoubleTree, is it DoubleTree cookies?
Yes, it is.
Oh, and they are the best.
And brownies.
And brownies.
I need my chocolate.
All right. So again, the number to call is 989-793-2300. The same number if you'd like to set up a consultation with Carol and the staff here for your wills, trusts, and the like.
Whatever. Thank you for being here this morning, Art.
Thanks for having us. Carol Thomas, elder law attorney. We thank her for joining us. Al is in Midland, so we'll get back to our phones now. Al, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir, and thank you for inviting other folks into the conversation.
Sure.
You know, I'm with you. I have always thought this about Putin, and you're exactly right. Trump scared people because he was the scary guy that the liberals were afraid of, the world leaders were afraid of. That he was an unknown. And it was a good thing on his part. It served us well to have somebody in there that scared other people. And Biden isn't scary. He's an old, he seems slow to react and to come up with answers, and that doesn't scare anybody anymore, other than he's got his fingers on the nuclear things, and if he does decide to go off his rocker, which I don't think he will.
But be careful about that, because be careful about that, because a lot of people said that about Trump too.
I know, but we looked at Trump as he was the good scary guy. He's the guy.
Oh, you did. Not everybody did. You did.
Well,
maybe I did,
but it was a benefit to this country that he was able to scare other people that we needed to scare. And Putin was scared of him. I guess the Chinese fellow, he was also scared of him. He cut back on his missile launches. So Biden's not scary. He's not scary to people, other than if he all of a sudden flips out and does strange things. And so far we haven't seen, other than he's slow and he has problems putting words together. Apparently, he'll run off and he gets far enough into the sentence, and all of a sudden he'll just end it or something. When you don't watch and listen to the things that have been edited, that he's talking, some of the things that have been edited, and it sounds great, but when you listen to his raw, open mic stuff, some of that stuff just goes all over the place. And he loses track of what he's doing. He loses track of who's around him. He talks about various people in the State Department and the people he's put in his cabinet, and he doesn't remember their name. To me, that's scary.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're thinking very much like what I did, and
the answer is
glad that you. I'm kind of glad that you've come around to that thinking.
The answer, well, I haven't totally come around to that thinking. I understand what you're saying, but I know a lot of people.
But you're on the same page I am.
Well, that may be, but the answer is in 2024.
Right. I understand that. I think you're right. We're going to see a bloodbath. The Democrats and the progressives are going to take a shellacking.
Maybe. I'll tell you, 2022 will be the 2022 will be the test of that.
I think so too, but the midterms are going to be a disaster for the Democrats and the progressives. They know it.
All right,
they know it. That's why they're running scared right now.
All right,
hey, have a nice weekend,
you too.
sir.
Bye bye now.
And thanks for the conversation.
Yep, you too. Last caller is going to be Joanne in Thomas Township. Joanne, good morning.
Good morning. Just a comment about the previous caller who, in his description of President Biden, mentioned old. And that really isn't fair because one can be old and influential and powerful.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to say that.
I don't disagree, but one can also be old and feeble and all those other things. And it's, I think that I am not in the camp that goes after Biden on his mental acuity and all of that stuff. I think that's been his style for a long time, actually. But I do, I just don't look at age as an obstacle. And who am I to do that since I'm 79 years old and sitting here talking to you? So I'm no one to judge somebody else's. I'm no one to judge anybody else's age. Let's put it that way.
No, and when it comes to a mental decline, it isn't kind to go after that in a person.
Well, it's not. However, let's put it this way. I understand politics. That is worrisome to people. If the guy who's running your country is actually in mental decline, that's a worrisome thing. So
it is worrisome.
But it's not for me to determine that. So for me to determine it is when I go to the polling place. Thanks a lot, Joanne. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you. You too.
Take care. Bye-bye now. Back to close out this hour, but we will continue.
It could be the best years of your life. In retirement, you'll finally get to do what you want to do, but you have to plan for it. Start by tuning into Mindy and Nolan McIntosh of McIntosh and Associates every Sunday at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Make retirement the best time of your life. Tune in Sundays at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AA Wealth Management, LLC.
Hello, this is Discover, and we take customer service very seriously. We know that if you have a question or concern about your credit card, that's a serious matter, and you need to talk to a real person about it. So we offer around-the-clock access to seriously talented representatives in the USA. Again, it's a serious endeavor. The only funny thing about it is Bob. If you call us and Bob answers, you're in for a treat. Get 100% US-based customer service and talk to a real person day or night. Discover. Exceptionally common sense.
TrackPhone wants to know, are you an influencer? A big live streamer? No? Then guess what? You don't need an endless data plan. Get just the right amount of data with TrackPhone's $40 unlimited talk and text smartphone plan. Now with 8 gigs of high-speed data and unlimited carryover on America's largest, most dependable network, now with 5G. Get the data you need at the price you want. TrackPhone Wireless. Now you're in control. Available at major retailers. 5G compatible device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See terms and conditions at trackphone.com.
The WSGW Morning Team Show.
The WSGW online poll, Girl Scout cookies. The season is recognized nationally from January through April. Did you know that each Girl Scout Council contracts with one of 2 licensed bakers whose recipes and ingredients could slightly differ? That's why some cookies look the same but have 2 different names. This year, officially 12 cookies are listed by the Girl Scouts online. Our poll question, what is your favorite Girl Scout cookie? If you go into our poll, you'll see all the answers. The answers do include Adventurefuls, caramel chocolate chip, lemonades, lemon ups, peanut butter patties, peanut butter sandwiches, Samoas, shortbread, s'mores, Thin Mints, Toastier, and Toffee-tastic.
Well done.
Right. Well, thank you. Head online to WSW.com, scroll down the homepage, find the online poll box, and you can vote for your favorite Girl Scout cookie flavor that way. So now you know what we're all hungry for right now.
Yes, right. Very.
I will buy a box or 2.
The Morning Team Show, weekdays 5:30 to 9 on WSGW.
All right, that's going to do it. We're going to continue the open phones right through 11:30 this morning. So after the news, you can call back if you still have something you'd like to chat about. We'll talk to you right after the news.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. The pick is in. The White House says President Biden will nominate federal appeals court judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to be the first black woman on the U.S. Supreme Court. CBS's Nancy Cordes says Jackson was a former clerk for the man she's set to replace, Justice Stephen Breyer.
She is already prepared for, in a way, and she has a very large cheering squad around her, fellow lawyers, friends, family, certainly many lawmakers who already know her, who are going to be working with her to help her through this process.
Legal analyst Lori Levinson says the 51-year-old Harvard product has been confirmed by the Senate 3 times for federal positions.
One of the big things that Judge Jackson had going for her in being nominated to this position is that she recently went through the confirmation process and was supported by the Senate.
And now to Ukraine. Day 2 of the Ukraine invasion, and Russian forces are pushing closer to the capital, Kyiv. NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg.
Moscow bears sole responsibility for the deliberate, cold-blooded, and long-planned invasion.
CBS's Christina Raffini on new refugees.
We stopped at a vehicle crossing from Ukraine to Poland early this morning, and it was fairly calm, not a lot of activity. But now we moved to a place called Medica, where people can cross over by foot. And there's been a steady stream of Ukrainians coming over all morning. A lot of families with small children, people looking absolutely exhausted. One woman was shuffling her feet and carrying a toddler by herself. I asked if she needed any help, and she just kind of shook her head and kept walking.
The CDC is set to ease its mask-wearing guidelines today, and CBS's Dr. David Agus says officials plan to update metrics that will consider COVID caseloads, but put more emphasis on severe illnesses.
These guidelines will reflect what's happening in many cities and states across the country. That is, the guidelines will take into account hospitalization rates and bed capacity at the hospitals, and not just case rates and transmission of the virus.
The Northeast is getting what's left of the big storm system that rolled through the nation. The Weather Channel's Stephanie Abrams says it's packing snow, ice, and rain.
We've had reports of snow in Boston, sleet in Rhode Island, and freezing rain into New York City. Now, we are also seeing that freezing rain into central Pennsylvania. And the good news about it is we are going to clear out as we head around that lunchtime hour.
A key federal inflation gauge soared 6.1% in January compared with a year ago, largest rise in consumer prices since 1982. Right now on Wall Street, the Dow is up 460 points. This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Hello, this is elder law attorney Carol Thomas. Our Bay City seminars are coming up, and they're going to be on Wednesday, March 16th at the DoubleTree Hotel. I have sessions at 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and they always fill to capacity. I have been doing seminars for years, and I'm thrilled that they're so well attended. So if you'd like to come to one of my seminars, I would appreciate if you would call soon because they always fill up. Please call 793-2300. My seminars help people understand what do they need to know if a loved one would ever need nursing home care. Michigan now puts a lien on your home if you have been in a nursing home and your home goes through probate. At my seminars, I talk about wills and trusts, financial powers of attorney. I talk about how everything fits together so that you are prepared. I have sessions at 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock on Wednesday, March 16th at the DoubleTree Hotel in Bay City. Please call 989-793-2300 and reserve your spot today.
Whoever said the more the merrier sure wasn't in charge of hiring new employees, because the more unqualified candidates you have for a job, the more difficult your hiring can be. And that can make the process, well, not so merry for you. Thankfully, there's ZipRecruiter, which you can try right now for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology finds the right candidates for your job. But unlike other sites, ZipRecruiter goes deeper. ZipRecruiter matches people with people, and you can personally invite your top choices to apply, because the perfect hire is more than a list of qualifications. It's an individual. ZipRecruiter makes hiring the right person easy, and that'll keep you and everyone else very merry.
4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's right, free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Live
From the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
It's 19 degrees at 11:05. Good morning. I'm Ann Williams. A crash involving a tractor trailer and a pickup truck this morning has closed M81 at Sheridan Road in Tuscola County's Juniata Township. Traffic is being redirected. The road is expected to be closed for several hours. A husband and wife from Bad Axe were killed in a crash with a semi-tractor trailer yesterday. 56-year-old Rodney Coughlin was driving a 1993 Buick north on Kirk Road about 4:20 p.m. and stopped at the M46 intersection in Juniata Township. Police say he then proceeded through the intersection into the path of an eastbound semi that struck the car. Coughlin and his wife, 48-year-old Jeannie Coughlin, were killed. The semi-driver, a 34-year-old man from Marlette, was not injured. Nearly 24 senior residents are looking for a new home after the announced closure of Serenity Springs Assisted Living and Memory Care in Saginaw. Representatives from Serenity Springs, looking to remain anonymous, say the facility is in immediate need of nearly $2 million for repairs, including a boiler replacement, to remain open. Management and ownership with the assisted living center could not be reached for comment, but one employee said that the care center closing has been confirmed unless other action is taken. We'll have more information once it becomes available. Bay City 2nd Ward Commissioner Kristen McDonald-Rivet has announced her candidacy for the Michigan Senate. 35. The newly drawn district covers parts of Bay, Midland, and Saginaw counties, including Auburn, Essexville, Bay City, Midland, Freeland, the city of Saginaw, and Buena Vista Township. In announcing her campaign, McDonald-Rivet said she was running to give residents a voice in Lansing and would fight for strong families, strong schools, and to build an economy that gives everyone the opportunity to prosper. McDonald-Rivet, a Democrat, was elected to the Bay City Commission in 2019. She's vice president of Michigan Future Incorporated and the former CEO and president of Greater Midland. WSGW News Time is 11:07.
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness, modern medicine or personal hygiene? Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing went mainstream in the 1800s and brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply, and then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
WSGW News Time, 11:08. 78 teams are expected to take part later this month at Kettering University as part of the VEX Robotics Competition, State Championship, and First Robotics District events. WSGW's Rick Antonio has more.
Hundreds of robotics students will take the field in the event that Kim Shoemaker, Kettering Robotics Outreach Manager, says will help them hone STEM-related skills, including problem-solving, innovation, communication, teamwork, programming, and other mechanical and electrical areas of expertise. The event kicks off at 9 a.m. Sunday, February 27th in the Connie and Jim John Recreation Center with the VEX State Championship. The university has hosted various VEX competitions on campus for the past 7 years, but this will be the first time it has hosted a state championship. Rick Antonio, News Radio 100.5 and 790.
The world is anxiously awaiting for how things will unfold now that Vladimir Putin has ordered troops to invade Ukraine. Republican Congressman Peter Meyer says Russia may retaliate against the U.S. in the form of cyber attacks or other moves, and we should be ready.
That is the risk that, frankly, we have to be willing to take right now, because Russia holding those threats over our heads is what has allowed them to operate with a sense of impunity that has led to the invasion of Ukraine.
Meyer says earlier sanctions announced by the White House against Russia did not deter the country. The owner of a Grand Rapids bar is taking a stand against Russia after the invasion of Ukraine. Bob's Bar posted a photo on its Facebook page and said it's no longer selling Russian vodka.
Bob Quay, the bar's owner, told Wood TV it's his way of sanctioning Russia for its actions. He said he hopes his move will spark conversation. He adds it's the first time he's taken products off shelves, and they likely will not come back. A Lansing restaurant will be showcased on the Food Network's Triple D Nation tonight. The show's revisiting restaurants that Guy Fieri featured on the air. Eastside Fish Fry and Grill owner Henry Meyer, that is a former felon, and he hires ex-cons. He hopes the show gives them more customers.
We hope to continue the footprint of, Eastside Fish Fry. We actually have a couple of locations that we're looking at maybe expanding in maybe this year or the beginning of next year.
Triple D Nation airs at 9 tonight on the Food Network. When you see news happening, call the WSGW Newsroom 752-0790. It's 1111. I'm Ann Williams.
Here's your WSGW Weatherology Forecast. For today, a lingering chance for some light snow showers, otherwise mostly cloudy skies. We'll have high temperatures climbing up into the mid-20s. We'll have our winds out of the north at 10 to 15. And for tonight, mostly cloudy skies, a low at 13. Gradually decreasing cloud cover into your Saturday, making a return to the lower 30s for afternoon highs. Winds increasing out of the southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. For your Sunday, working up to a high of 31 under partly sunny conditions. Lots of sun Monday, right around 30. I'm meteorologist Michael Caro with the WSGW Weatherology Forecast. Right now, 23 degrees.
Now, it's time to focus as WSGW presents the people, the places, the businesses, the culture, the area events and activities, all put into focus on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
And welcome to another edition of Focus, although a different one today. I'm Martin Lewis from the law offices of Carol Thomas, is where we're broadcasting today. And Focus is going to be open phones. We'll continue our open line edition. Whatever you'd like to chat about, you can give us a call at 989-752-6111 and chat with us about whatever's on your mind. But Focus continues to be brought to you by Roof Max, the safe, affordable alternative to a shingle replacement. It extends the life of your shingles. You can find out more at roofmax.com. That's with 2 X's. Or you can call Ben, and his number is 989-859-6751. And that'll put you in touch with Ben at Roof Max out of Midland, Michigan, but they cover the whole region, so you can give them a call. Spent a lot of time talking about Russia and the Ukraine because it's very much in the forefront, and it's going to remain there, I think, for quite some time. So if you want to talk about that, fine. Otherwise, anything else? And we have Gary in Vassar with us. Gary, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ed. How are you?
We're doing well, thanks. Hope you are too.
Good, I am. Hey, last week when you had that lady on that was an author about the book that she's got out about listening.
Yes.
Could you repeat that for me, please?
Let me see if I can find it. I know exactly who you're talking about, but I don't remember her name, so I'm going to have to go looking. Hang on a minute here. Oh, let me see. When was that? That would be the way to do it, to go back and look at the schedule here. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Let's see if I can come up with it. Remember, it was what, about a week or two ago?
Yeah, I believe it was last week.
All right, let me take a look.
I think Myers was her last name.
How about Miles? Christine Miles, I think is it. But I don't have the name of the book here. It was about listening, though.
Yeah.
If you put, let me try it this way. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can help you out here. Let's see if I can find it through a back door that might give us a better opportunity to tell you what it is, because for some reason I just don't remember it. I remember the conversation. She was excellent.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Let's see. Christine Miles, author. Let's see if I can get it that way. See what we come up with here.
Okay.
All right, I have to. It's the wrong author. This one's all about love stuff. All right. Former English teacher. Yeah. No, the same thing. Different. That's not her. It looks like there's more than one. It was a equipped. Well, I'm having issues here. What it's costing you? Yeah, here it is. Not to listen.
Okay.
She's
Not
the
to
founder
listen is
of
the name of it?
the founder of Equipped, EQUIPT. What it's costing you not to listen. The power of understanding.
Okay, that's the name of the book.
Yep.
What it costs not to listen.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Art. I appreciate all your help.
Yep.
Have a good weekend.
Great. Thanks. Take care. And somebody put down on my communication with the station. They knew what it was. Thanks, guys. What it's costing you not to listen. And that's interesting. What did it cost us not to listen to Vladimir Putin? When you think about it, not like he wasn't telling us what was going to happen, even though he was denying it. I think everybody knew that it was going to happen anyway. So what are you going to do? I mean, here we are. Let's take a break. Come back. We'll hear from Terry Henney when we return after these notes.
God, I'm so stressed. It's a brand new year and our business is busier than ever. Uma. What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Uma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 35 features.
Uma?
Yep. Switching to Uma is a cinch. Starts at $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Uma.
Now you're feeling it. Visit Uma.com. That's OOMA.com to learn more. Uma. Smart communications for the smarter business.
Inflation just broke a nearly 40-year record thanks to Biden's out-of-control spending, and every second that goes by, you are losing more and more of your hard-earned savings. But you can fight back. Instead of letting Democrats treat your savings like their own piggy bank with trillions spent on their radical far-left agenda, you can protect what you've earned by converting your IRA or 401k into gold with Birch Gold Group. Hi, this is Stephen K. Bennett, and I'm one of Birch Gold's many happy customers. To learn how to set up your own gold IRA, get a free 20-page info kit when you text the word SHELTER to 989898. Gold-backed IRAs make it simple to ensure your savings will be there when you need it in a tax-sheltered account. No matter what happens in Washington, D.C., text SHELTER to 989898 right now to get your free info kit on gold IRAs. There is nothing to buy. No obligation at all. Text SHELTER 989898. Take action. Do it today.
Are you tired of high cable TV? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Annette Glenn pledged she'd fight to cut car insurance costs. She pushed legislation giving drivers more choice, reducing premiums. Coming soon, a $400 refund check per vehicle. Annette Glenn got the job done. Paid for by Annette Glenn for State Senate.
So far this morning, we've had the opportunity to stop over here at the Brentwood in Caro. The Brentwood in Caro is on Caro's south end, and this is going to be the site tomorrow for the Thumb Area Old Engine and Tractor Association's 18th Annual Farm Collectibles and Toy Show. This event was kind of restricted over the past couple of years. They didn't have it, or they might have had it, but vendor count was way down. This year, everything is wide open. It's business as usual, the way it used to be. This is the 18th annual, as we mentioned, and they have farm toys, tools, antiques, new and used parts, literature for tractors and equipment, all of it here at the 18th annual event, sponsored by the Thumb Area Old Engine and Tractor Association. There is a donation of $3 for adults. Children 12 and under are free tomorrow. If you'd like more information on it, go to CaroTractorShow.com. Our broadcast today is brought to you by the folks at Steiner Tractor Parts, where they believe in old tractors because they have new parts for those old tractors. 800-234-3280. That's their number to order, or you can go online at steinertractor.com.
Hi, this is Mike Avery, and here's what's coming up this week on Outdoor Magazine. First, Michigan-based Brenton Arms, then Brent Pike of the Michigan Wildlife Council. In hour number 2, the host of Michigan Outdoors TV, Jimmy Gretzinger, then Nick Green of MUCC with another update on the wolf hunt. And in hour number 3, we're talking springtime fishing with Pete Patsalis of Hook One Charters. Listen Saturday mornings at 6 and Sundays at 9 on WSGW.
You are with WSGW in the premier kitchen and bath gallery showroom and design center studios.
And today we're broadcasting from the law offices of Carol Thomas. She has her free seminars coming up in Bay City on March 16th, 10 a.m. or 5 p.m. To reserve a space, give her a call at 989-793-2300. 989-793-2300. Mark is in Midland. Mark, good morning to you.
Good morning, Art. How are you, sir?
We're fine, thank you.
Hey, I've been watching the Ukraine and Russia invasion here on all the news networks, and I'm happy to report it seems like we're getting honest news right now. What I'm seeing on there, I'm also watching TikTok, and I came across a video the other day that a gentleman was explaining one of the reasons why Putin potentially is invading is there's a fresh waterway that runs through Ukraine, and it supplies agricultural water to the farmlands. Since the last invasion, Ukraine a couple years ago blocked off this waterway, which has devastated Russia. 60 to 70% of their agricultural was getting fed through this water supply. Do you think that that's the reason why Russia is invading this time, because that water supply has been cut off?
No.
No?
No.
Not at all?
Nope, I don't
Okay.
believe it. I don't believe it. I mean, who knows in the back of his mind, maybe he figures it'll fix itself if he does that, but he's not invading because of it. He's got much higher goals. Why
is he invading?
He, in his mind, would love nothing better than to see the Soviet Union reconstituted as it was. And he looks at Ukraine as the easiest step toward that. And he also uses the excuse that the NATO nations could come into Ukraine and pose a threat to him. He's making up excuses as he goes. He really doesn't need one. He can attack if he wants, and he did.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
it
doesn't change anything no matter what he went in there for. The fact is, he went in.
Right. I agree. Hey, one other thing that I saw on MSNBC yesterday is, prior to what I'm about to say, is we had smash and grab running wild out in California.
Yeah.
And it was said because we didn't understand their pain and suffering, and that's why the smash and grabs was going on. So on MSNBC yesterday, they had at a grocery store, everyone was lined up, money out, ready to pay, and there's bombs being dropped, there's people being killed, but nobody's doing smash and grabs in the third world country over there. Why do you think that is?
Because in California, they weren't being processed. They weren't being prosecuted. They could get away with it.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
was just interesting to see that.
Good enough. Thanks, Mark. Take care, buddy. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Last caller, Judy in Freeland. Judy, thanks for waiting. Go ahead.
Well, I'm an 87-year-old lady
that was on a landline phone.
Uh-huh.
I thought that I don't have a cell phone. I don't have a computer. I'm, born back in the 50s and didn't go along with all of the new stuff coming.
Gotcha.
What I'm wondering now, did I hear wrong or did I hear right that landlines were all going to be discontinued?
I haven't heard that. They're discontinuing what's called 3G phones, 3G support, but that's wireless. That's not your landlines. There have been discussions about getting rid of landlines for a long time. Because of folks like you, I don't think that is going to happen unless they come up with a replacement that you can then have. But I have not heard anything about landlines, only 3G service, which is wireless, which you don't have anyway.
Okay, thank you. That just eases me a little bit.
All right, but don't, again, if you wake up tomorrow and they pull landlines, don't blame me.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
Judy.
you very much
Thanks.
for your help. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Our thanks to the law offices of Carol Thomas for letting us broadcast from here today. You'll hear more about her in just a moment, but we thank her for letting us use her conference room to broadcast. We'll be back in a moment, find out what's happening in the marketplaces.
Hello, this is elder law attorney Carol Thomas. Our Bay City seminars are coming up, and they're going to be on Wednesday, March 16th